So hi guys, I'm back down here at the farm now. Just wanted to show you guys what I'm up to this evening. Behind me here you can see that my trailer is here. Summertime I use it to haul water back and forth to the park. But tomorrow I'm going to be going to Athabasca. With it being still a lot of snow on the ground and able to do very little work in the park, I still need to utilize my time as best I could. So tomorrow morning what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be going and getting all the material, the fence posts, the game fencing, the high tensile steel wire, because we're going to be actually fencing all around the front of our property here to year. We're going to be fencing in our vegetable garden, the garden for our goats, and over behind me here we got 75 fruit trees coming, and we're going to be doing an orchard. So I need to put 5-foot game fence in for that, and so I want to get all that material on site so when the weather is good and I'm able to do that work, that I don't have to waste time traveling. I just come here and I get right to work. So right now this evening here I got to take that water tank off of the trailer. So to do that I've got my mini backhoe taken out of the Quonset. She was in there all winter, and so I'll show you my mini hoe and then I'll let you guys watch while I offload it. It's going to be a little awkward. I wish I had a better system for offloading the tank off of the trailer, but I don't, but it gets it done. So I'll show you guys my mini hoe. So that's my mini hoe there. So I'm going to be going down and getting aboard of that now, and I'm going to be walking up and I'm going to be offloading this tank, and then I'm going to be getting that trailer out off the grass. I'm going to use the backhoe for that because I don't want to drive my truck in across the grass there. Still spraying the air. I don't want to make tracks in the grass. So when I get her out, I'm going to get her hooked up and get it ready for my trip tomorrow morning. So I'm going to pan back over here, let you guys watch. So as you can see, I have it out now. Got a little block putting onto it, so when I back my truck into it, the jack is able to get up high enough going onto my truck. I'm just going to let the weight off of it now from the excavator down onto this block, and then I'm going to hook it up to my truck. After all winter, I got to add some air to the tires, so I'm going to be doing that also. So that went well. I got her done on the block. So now I need to move my bobcat out of the way, and then I'm going to be backing my truck in and hooking up. So guys, I got the truck backed over here now. I got my hitch brought out. I'm going to put it in, and then I'm going to back in and let the trailer down onto the hitch, and I'm going to hook up my safety chains and plug it in. So always make sure you get the right size ball for the trailer that you're towing, and make sure it's secure with a pin and a lock collar. So I'm going to back up onto my trailer here now. This truck here, I got a backup camera with trailer assist, so can't tell you how much that means when you're working by yourself a lot. So I'm going to back up here now. I need to come back a little bit more there. And that'll do it. I'll be able to get it from there. So now I'm going to let the trailer down onto the ball. I'm going to have to move it a little bit. And there, she sat down that time. Now always make sure you take the jack all the way up. I've torn off a couple over the years, so only takes an extra few seconds. It's a pain in the behind when you tear off a jack. So need a little bit of persuasion. Safety pin. Always make sure that it's secure, because if it comes out, there's a chance that your trailer come off your hitch. Your chains, always make sure that they're crossed. If something should happen to your hitch, your ball come off, your trailer come disconnected from your truck, when you cross the chains, it acts as a cradle for your hitch on your trailer. It just helps you keep a little bit better control in the case of loss of the ball. And trust me, if the trailer come off, the truck do get out of control quite badly. So I'm going to hook these up. I'm going to plug in the trailer. For anyone who don't tow trailers much, the lights on the trailer won't work unless you got the lights of the truck on. So I'm going to back into my garage there now. I'm going to test my tires for air pressure. I do know that there's one tire that will require some air, so when I get that done, I'll show you guys. So guys, I got the trailer backed into my garage here. Got my air hose ran outside, and this is the tire I was talking about. It was low, so I'm going to add some air to this tire here and test all the other tires to make sure that we got good air in them for our trip tomorrow. This may take a minute. This tire was down. That noise you're hearing there now is my compressor kicking in. This is for checking the air in the tires. Just another little bit. That's good. I'll make sure all the air is safe in the tires. So both these tires on this side now have the same air into them. Now I'm going to move to the next side there and check those. So I got the dust caps taken off these here. I'm going to test them now, make sure they got good air pressure. That one there is good. Always make sure you put your dust caps back on. Hate when I see somebody with dust caps missing. So that's the trailer, offloaded, hooked up to the truck for tomorrow morning. Air in the tires checked. So as you can see here, I have my straps. I'm going to be carrying a lot of materials tomorrow, so I want to make sure that it's nice and secure. Athabasca is about an hour drive for me from here, so I am going to be driving on the highway, so I want to make sure that that load is secure. So like I say, all my straps are in here. I'm going to be putting them in the truck, and I'm going to be moving on to something else here now this evening. I'm going to be parking my truck out there in the driveway, and I think I'm going to try to dig out my tracks to get them on the Bobcat. So guys, we're in Athabasca here now. You can see behind me all the fence posts. This is a farm and ranch supply store here in Athabasca. It's the nearest one to me. So this is where I'm going to be picking up all my materials at here today. So I'm going to go inside the store here now, and then I'm going to get loaded. So guys, got stuffed paper here now, and I'll show you how and what we're going to be loading. So I got 2 rolls of buffalo fencing for our orchard. They're 5 feet high, and if you see right there, we've already got 3 rolls home. That's 5-foot garden fencing. That's for Michelle's fence. And I had to disconnect the trailer just for the fact make it a little bit easier loading. I got high tensile steel rolls of wire there, and this is the posts. And actually there's 32 more besides this here, so I'm hoping that we're going to be able to load all this today. It's already pre-picked. See, they marked their names onto it, so it's quite the load. Guys are gone getting a forklift there now to help us. So it's that material there, plus 3 rolls of wire, plus 28 or 32 more posts for corners. So guys, just got loaded up here now, sweating a little bit, but gonna have to make another trip tomorrow. It's more material than what my truck and trailer could bring in one trip, so I'm gonna go home tonight and offload this, and then I'm gonna drive back down tomorrow morning. So I'm gonna turn my camera around and show you my load. So this is my trailer. I got as many posts on her as I could get, and I got the 3 rolls of game wire and fencing. That's actually pretty heavy. Had to put on board with a forklift. So it's going to take me a little bit of time tonight to get this offloaded. And like I say, Athabasca, it's over an hour's drive towing the trailer. So I'm not going to bother try to come back tonight. So I'll come back tomorrow. And I even got my back seat full of tighteners, some Roundup. So guys, back on the farm here now. Just got back from Athabasca. So now I got to unstrap this first load and pile it here, because it's probably going to be a month's time, maybe 6 weeks before I start using this material. And then tomorrow morning I'll go back and get the other load. So that's what it looked like coming up. It was a nice load of stuff. So some got to come off manually by hand, and hopefully I could sling some of the other stuff so I could use my mini hoe to lift it off. I hope so anyway, because if not, it's going to be a lot of manual lifting, so I'm hoping for the best. So I'm going to start unstrapping it there now. Obviously, it's going to be easier to unstrap than it was to strap, but I got some chains with hooks onto them brought down. Hopefully I can lift it enough to get this under it and be able to lift it off the excavator. And I got a sling here, so hopefully between the two of that I'll be able to get most of this offloaded. So it's that time of year where it goes from you're too cold to you're too hot. So taking off jackets, putting jackets on. But these first 32 right here gonna be offloaded manually. These here are 8 foot long, 3.25s. I'm gonna be putting them on the corners as bracing, and when my fencing is ended. So you'll see in later videos what that looks like, but I needed 32 pieces of this. guys, I got the ones I was offloading manually offloaded. Now I think I got something figured out for these bundles, so not sure if it's going to work. I'm going to stay out of the way in case it don't, but show you guys. So I was almost 100% for sure that wasn't going to work anyways. So I guess it's manually they're going to be offloaded. I ought to need more water before they're offloaded. So guys, you can see behind me here, I managed to get that one off with the backhoe. And the rest I had to take off manually. Wasn't bad. It's a couple hours out of here now, so time to move on to something else here now this evening. Go tomorrow morning now and get another load, and that'll be a project here later on. I also got to rent a post pounder. I got to do a lot of staking and that stuff there yet. I got to call in Alberta 1 there because I got some utility lines up front. And there's a gas line, natural gas line that supplies this area up on the front of the property there. I want to make sure that that's all staked. I'm going to stay away from it, so I'm going to make that call this week, and hopefully when the ground thaws out, we'll get this project on the go. So guys, it's the next morning, back in Athabasca here at the lumber yard. Got my second load of stuff. I'll show you what that looks like now. So this is the second load of posts and wire. This is enough material now, except for a couple gates that we'll pick up later on. That's the high tensile steel wire. That's the poultry wire. And this is some chemical I have here to kill some grass in the orchard. So everything is strapped down again, ready for the trip back and offload. So this is the fencing materials on site. Took me 2 trips to Athabasca to get it, but it's all here on site now, packed up for when we get the staking done out front. There's still frost on the ground yet, so I'm not going to get no posts in the ground, but it's almost 500 posts there, 15,000 feet of wire, a few thousand feet of game fencing for our gardens and orchards. So I'll show you guys what it looks like. A lot of pulses. In a couple months' time, that'll all be sticking up straight in the ground. Cody up there now. Just brought his camper in yesterday. So guys, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. She really likes seeing that people's watching her channel. So please take the time to like and subscribe. And see you guys on the next video. It's actually going to be this watershed behind me. I picked up materials there yesterday, and we're going to be starting at that here next set off.